Hello folks, and welcome to the Underground Health Club. I'm your host, Dr. Joe Kasper. We have an exciting program today. Before we begin our wonderful program, I'd like to thank our great sponsors. And our sponsors are Muscle Goat Protein. Muscle Goat, which is the best protein on the planet. Flavors that are amazing: chocolate, vanilla, strawberry. Now, bear with me, my voice here, it was a little raspy today, but the other day, actually, I was at a function and they said, prove how good your protein is. And it's very simple. When you have protein that goes from the lab being on the same property, the manufacturing facility, the goats, nothing added, no nothing, there's purity right there. I mean, it's amazing how good it tastes and how people are feeling wonderful from it. So if you're looking for the best protein on the planet, which it is, musclegoat.com. I can back up everything I say. Thank you. And let's thank our next sponsor, if we can, which would be Power Pack 3. That's right, Power Pack 3. Probiotic digestive enzyme multivitamin packets that go from the lab to you, no middleman, no warehouse, right to you. And these probiotics and digestive enzymes and multivitamin packets are very pristine, no chemicals, no fillers, no mass production, which is a huge thing. Most companies mass produce. The Muscle Goat Protein, the Power Pack are never mass produced, which means we only make a certain amount. This way we can have the integrity that we should. So hope you guys enjoy these vitamins because they help a lot of people around the world. Next, and certainly not least, is Mom's Butter. And that is a picture of my mom, Lenore Kasper, 81 years young, from Staten Island. It was her idea and my idea together. We came up with this great goat ghee, one ingredient. That's right, one goat ghee. If it's warm, it's liquid. If it's cool, it's solid. Never goes rancid. So if you're a type of person who likes to cook with oils and maybe your stomach doesn't feel so great, there's a good chance that the oils you're using are a little bit rancid, or very rancid for that matter, and that's not healthy at all. But goat ghee is delicious, tastes good. The medium chain triglycerides break down very easily too in your body, so very healthy. Can be used great with oatmeal, with fish, anything your heart's desire, and as well as eggs. So it's great stuff, really. So Muscle Goat, Power Pack 3, Mom's Butter, great products that people around the globe are really enjoying, and I'm very proud of the fact that we have great products that people just love to death. They just do. So on that note, folks, please bear with me. It's been almost 5 weeks since my car accident. I'm still recovering. I mean, there's still some issues going on. I can't lie to you. I get tired sometimes. I'm fully not recovered. Well, not fully recovered. See, I said that backwards. But I will get better. I mean, I will. But these are things that are going on that you need to know. Able to function fairly well, working the best that I could do. But these things do play a role. And sometimes, you know, you can have a fall, you can have things happen, and you just don't know the lingering effects. But I'm going to battle through everything. I'm going to come back 100% at some point. I mean, at some point I will. That's my goal. I don't know how long it's going to take, but that is my goal. So on that note, on the way into the studio today, this is interesting. I'm changing kind of the topic a little bit. I got a really great phone call from my late friend Nick Bruno's son. His name is Matthew Bruno. He's in San Diego. Really great kid. And I was very close to his father, and his father died in a car accident, ironically, which is terrible. And Nicky was a tough guy. I mean, you just didn't mess with this guy. Anyway, and you know, I know if he's looking down on us right now. He's thrilled that I'm pretty close to his son. And when I talk to the kid, as I call him a kid because he's in his 20s, and I'm certainly not, when he says, "I love you, Uncle Joe," it's really a nice feeling. I'm not really his uncle, okay? It's just kind of an honor. And it's really great to hear from him. And I hear in his stories about now he has a job as an engineer because he graduated college last year. He's all excited. He likes to hear my stories, and it's really good. I mean, it's really a nice thing, and it's nice to talk to someone like that. I don't have any children, so it's kind of a nice thing when you have someone rooting for you, and we're going to probably get together soon. But, you know, when those things come about, I realize in life that there are so many things in this world that we need to be thankful for. I mean, I'm blessed that I'm sitting here talking to you. I mean, I'm really blessed about that situation, and the other alternative wouldn't have been good. I guess the show goes on, but I would have been replaced, but that's life. And it was funny because, you know, to Maddie, I'm like Superman to him because he sees me as a guy older who's in shape and does all these things. And I say, Maddie, thank you, but there's so much hard work that goes into, you know, everything that I do, from rehabilitation, from accident or other things that have happened all my life, to schoolwork, to jobs, all these things. And I always tell this to him, I said, you're in your early 20s. You have a long life ahead of you. You don't know how things are going to turn out. You don't. You don't know how your job situation is going to turn out, your health, you know, dating, marriage, whatever. You just don't know. And people talk about living day by day. You need to do that a little bit because we're only here for a certain amount of time. And I tell this to people, if you have dreams and passions about things, and to some people dream too big. I've been told my whole life that I dream too big. I live in a complete fantasy land. You know what it does? It keeps me going. And I like positive people. It helps me to move, you know, to move through life. So if you're one of those people who's negative, I'm sorry, it does affect your health. If you bitch and complain, I shouldn't have said that word, I said I'm sorry. But if you complain a lot and life is not good for you, I'm sorry about that. But what are you doing to make improvements? Think about that. What are you actually doing to improve upon what you don't like? Because it's very easy to complain what you don't want, what you don't want. What do you want? I mean, if your finances are terrible, are you improving them? I mean, I can tell you this, and I've said it before, I'm a recovering brokeaholic. I am. I used to be dead broke. What happened? I fixed it. Did it take time? Yes. Was it easy? No. Is it still a struggle? Yes. So whatever your problems are, if you don't like the physical condition you're in, let's say you think you're overweight, okay? What are you doing about it? Is that diet going to really work? No, not going to work, as we spoke about on other shows. What's your long-term plan? And it's also a good thing, too, is if you want to improve, find people that know what you don't know. So if you have a lot of health issues and all your friends are unhealthy as well, how's that going to empower you? Find people who are healthy you can learn from. So with me, I have some friends that make a lot of money. So when I had bad financial situations, I would ask them for help. Not money-wise, advice-wise. And it made a world of difference because they know what I don't know. They don't, you know, and that's very, very important. So what we're going to do is, on the next segment, okay, section 2, we're going to talk about exercise, and I'm also going to explain, as I keep getting the frog in my throat, why walking is one of the worst exercises for you. Yeah, I said it, that's right. Why walking is one of the worst exercises for you. So when we come back from commercial break, I will go into that. It's going to be very controversial. It'll make sense, I promise you. So we'll see you in about a minute. Thank you.
Don't forget, every ProView Network sporting event is on sale at our DVD store. Go to www.proviewnetworks.com to buy your DVD today.
Hello, folks. I'm Dr. Joe Kasper. And when it comes to protein, there's a lot of different products out there. And I'm going to tell you flat out, Muscle Goat protein is the best protein on the market. No chemicals, no fillers. The goats are fed apple cider vinegar in their water every morning. No cows on the property, no cross-contamination. And people who have any kind of health issues can use it. For more information, go to www.musclegoat.com.
Hey everyone, Adam Deal here with ProView Networks. Extreme Clean is a proud sponsor and supporter of ProView Networks and all high school sports athletics. Owner Mike McLean and Extreme Clean specialize in carpet cleaning for apartment, realty, business, and residential clients. With over 20 years experience, attention to detail and quality customer service matters. For more information, give them a call, 505-221-6440, Extreme Clean.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot. It's the Frontier Restaurant.
And we're back for the second segment of the Underground Health Club. I'm your host, Dr. Joe Kasper. Please bear with me. My voice is always a little raspy. Today it's a little bit more. I'm not sick, but sometimes it just happens, as they say. So welcome back. So we're going to talk about a couple of things. I had mentioned when we went to commercial break about the subject of walking. So let me explain it to you. So often when a person would like to, let's say, lose weight, one of the recommended exercises has always been walking. People say it's a great exercise. But here's my question. Is it really? Okay, now here's why. So let's say a person is extremely overweight, 250, 300 pounds, okay, and they have a lot of weight to get off. Now, obviously doing it quickly is not the answer. So can that person really jog or run? No, it's going to be too hard on the joints. But when someone says, or a doctor says, or a health professional, you should go for walks. Okay, first of all, when the person has all that weight to carry, there's a lot of pressure on the hips and knees. And someone might say, well, Joe, that's what you have to do. No, you don't. Now, of course, you want to get good sneakers, all those things. But the surface matters as well. It really does. So when people go for walks, they're usually walking on sidewalks or gravel or cement, and it's really not the best thing for you. It really isn't. And take it from a person who has had a number of knee surgeries. So it's interesting that years ago, I used to go for walks after dinner. I've actually stopped. Now, people might say, well, Joe, it would be good for you. Really? I know that the more I put pressure on my knees and hips, the sooner I'm going to have a knee replacement or hip stuff. I just know it. I can feel my body, and the MRI show it. So if my knees are worn out, which they are, I have cartilage on cartilage, okay? So there's no shock absorber at all. I'm sorry, there's no cartilage left. My apologies. So I'm bone on bone. And the MRI show I need a knee replacement, which I'm not getting because I have other ways to fix it. I know for a fact that if I go for lots of walking, okay, 20, 30 minutes a night, I'm going to have the knee replacement sooner than later, and I want to avoid that. Now, I'm not trying to sit here and tell you what you should do in your life. That's not it. But if you're really overweight, there's some things you could do. Stationary bike. If you like the water, you can run in the pool. But if you're going to insist on walking, here's my advice. Try to find a softer surface than the cement. Really. Now, it's interesting because when I go to New York, I go on the subway sometimes and I have to walk up those steps in Manhattan and Brooklyn and stuff, and they're made of cement and metal. And I'm like, my body hurts walking those up and down them, and I'm pretty fit. And I go, what do these other people do? So when I'm mentioning about walking being the worst exercise, not true. It's the worst exercise for some people. It is for some people. So you want to make sure that you have the proper shoes. That means your sneakers aren't worn out. You go to a place where they can find you the right sneakers or shoes. And I call sneaker shoes same thing, but the right footwear so that this way you're comfortable and your feet aren't killing you. Because exercising, whether it's walking, weightlifting, whatever, to be in tremendous pain is not the answer. No pain, no gain is not what I teach as a professional ever. So if you're going to do a walking program, it has to be specific for you. So that means I would tell you this advice. If one doctor says go for walks, if you can, have your body checked in terms of see how your muscles are, your bones, see if things aren't worn out. So if your knees are killing you and you have an MRI and it shows that you're bone on bone, okay, guess what? Walking is not going to be the answer. It's not. I use a swimming pool. I run in a pool. I put on an aqua jogger and I run in the pool because I like it. I like it, okay? Would I like to be able to run 5 miles or 10 miles like I used to? Would love it. Can't do it. I will be in tremendous pain and I will have a knee replacement much, much sooner. So I don't do that. So think about these things when you're going to do a program. And all you health professionals out there, when you design a program for people, customize it to their likes, their dislikes, their needs, their wants, their body frame, okay, their heart, all these things. You have to take everything in consideration. There's not a one size fits all. One person goes for walks, fantastic. It works for them for 50 years. Next person, doesn't work. And the surface does matter to people, especially people who have a lot of weight on their body and also who have certain body frames where they're really thick on the bottom. It affects things. It does. So if the knees are hurting, the ankles, the hips, your low back when you walk, think of something else to do. But when you go to a doctor, traditionally, a medical doctor, they will say, go for walks. Because people have to walk to get around. But those fitness walks, you got to be careful. Get a softer surface if you can. Get the right shoes like I mentioned. Think about these things, really, because it should make sense to you. And to me, it's common sense, but not for everyone. For everyone, it's not. You have to make adaptations because of your age, because of your body frame, because of so many factors. Adapt. Listen, I used to run with the parachute years ago, and people back in Staten Island just like, they're like, Joe, you used to run those sprints in the park before games with the parachute. They thought it was the greatest thing. They go, you don't do it anymore. I go, you're right, I can't. Why? Because I'm gonna hurt something. Can't do it. Not gonna happen. But they still talk about it from 30 years ago. It's kind of cool. It is. But I don't need to do that. I don't have to prove anything to anyone. I just don't. So if we can't do what we used to do, it's okay. It's okay. In my 20s, I couldn't dunk, but I can grab the top of a rim. I mean, I can almost get over. It was great. I couldn't do it now. Injuries or not, I couldn't do it. And do I accept that? Yeah. Would I like to be able to get over the rim? Sure. But it's not going to happen ever again the rest of my life. Just like I'm never going to run a 5:11 mile again. Never going to happen. Accept it. Okay? But it doesn't mean I can't have a great life doing other things. If you can't do something, adapt. Find things that make you happy in health, in life, because guess what? You want to have your life to be good. You actually want it to be great. So just keep adapting. I really hope this information I'm giving you on the walking has helped you and exercise. And also, too, when it comes to exercise, the warm weather is coming. It's actually here in Albuquerque. Other areas of the country, it's kind of up and down. It's like 50, 60, 70. Anyway, we're pretty warm here. It's nice, 75 degrees. Perfect. People are going to be outside. They're going to have fun. And you want to have fun. And then the summer comes and it's 100 degrees and people stay in the house all day, kind of. But you need to get some sunshine. There's a good vitamin D in the sun. 20 minutes or a little bit more is fine. So you want to get your body healthy, get outside, don't sit behind a desk all day, and keep the body moving. Keep the body moving in ways that it's not going to kill you. It's going to feel good. So think about those things, really. I really wish you would. So we're about to go to commercial break. In the next segment, we're going to go deeper into some stories and some things that actually you might not like. We'll see you in a minute. Thank you.
Hey everyone, Adam Deal here with ProView Networks. Extreme Clean is a proud sponsor and supporter of ProView Networks and all high school sports athletics. Owner Mike McLean and Extreme Clean specialize in carpet cleaning for apartment, realty, business, and residential clients. With over 20 years experience, attention to detail and quality customer service matters. For more information, give them a call, 505-221-6440, Extreme Clean.
Hello folks, I'm Dr. Joe Kasper. And when it comes to protein, there's a lot of different products out there. And I'm going to tell you flat out, Muscle Goat protein is the best protein on the market. No chemicals, no fillers. The goats are fed apple cider vinegar in their water every morning. No cows on the property, no cross-contamination. And people who have any kind of health issues can use it. For more information, go to www.musclegoat.com.
Wondering if you can afford the ring of her dreams? At Crown Jewels & Coin, we actually double the diamond for what you would pay at a chain store. Trade in your old jewelry towards GIA certified diamonds. Choose from a large selection of settings featuring Veragio. We can customize a design and offer no credit check 2-year interest-free financing. Get more than you ever thought possible here at Albuquerque's family jeweler for over 50 years. Crown Jewels & Coin, for all you treasure. 3248 San Mateo at Kruger's Corner.
Don't forget, every ProView Network sporting event is on sale at our DVD store. Go to www.proviewNetworks.com to buy your DVD today. Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Northern Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
For 55 years, people have bought trucks from Tillery in Los Lunas. We have a great selection of vehicles, the quality service department, and some of the best deals in the state. But most importantly, we found people prefer to buy trucks from people who actually drive trucks.
Tillery is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Locally owned and operated, located in Los Lunas, right off I-25, exit 203.
Folks, welcome back to the third and final segment of the Underground Health Club. I'm your host, Dr. Joe Kasper. And during a commercial break, an idea popped in my head that I want to share with you. And I apologize for not saying it during the last segment. So during the last segment, I mentioned about walking being a terrible exercise if you're overweight and having alternatives like swimming or running in the pool or stationary bike. And then I realized something. I used to own a rehab practice in North Carolina years ago called Steps to Health. And one of the things that we always did when someone, let's say, would come to me as an exercise physiologist for a program, I always made sure that our physical therapist did a physical therapy evaluation on each person. And some people go, I don't need that. And I remember saying, well, insurance will cover it. Okay, I'll take it. I mean, that's unfortunately or fortunately, that's how some people are, and it's fine. Every time we did a physical therapy evaluation, we found some kind of muscle imbalance, whether it was the hip, the shoulder, the knee didn't work right, whatever it was. So I always design the exercise protocol based on what the person's problem was. We fix that as we're doing the program because that has to be fixed. So my thought is this way: if you're going to, let's say, have an exercise program, whatever it may be, and you go to your doctor and you get your heart checked and you even do EKG and you do all the blood work, which that's another story, okay? What about a physical therapy evaluation? Now, there's some great physical therapists in this city, great stuff, I mean, around town. And you can get that done, and this way you can have everything checked. And there's the manual physical therapists, but the ones in private practice will be a better bang for your buck because, you know, they spend more time with you, I'm sure. So and insurance in some cases will cover it, in other cases it won't. But if you have that evaluation and you find out what's wrong, at the same time you're gonna start your exercise protocol, you can fix what's wrong. And that's what I do. I make sure that whatever issues and stuff I have, I try to fix, and it takes a while because I have, you know, injuries and stuff from this car accident. I make sure that I'm fixing them first. But without an evaluation, I mean, I think I would know anyway because I know my body, but most people wouldn't know. Does that make sense? So think about getting that kind of situation, getting a physical therapy evaluation before starting an exercise protocol. That's my advice. You could take it, you could leave it, whatever you want to do. So anyway, I want to talk about another subject too. I have a really close friend of mine at home. We were talking about something actually this morning, called me. And I always believe that everything affects everything, even years later. And this is a really great friend of mine, Charles. He's been through a lot of stuff. Great guy. I mean, he's really helped me and my family in a lot of ways. And he was a police officer. And his first day as a police officer many years ago, I remember his uncle saying, nothing, Charles, will ever happen. You'll never get shot, nothing. He clocked in at 12 o'clock and at 12:45 he got shot. I'm not exaggerating. That's insane. That's what happened. And I can't even imagine that. And people go, oh, you missed out on your pension. I wouldn't even care. And there was a car, the police car was on top of him. They were shooting at him. It was terrible. And he's lucky he's alive. And, you know, I've seen the wound in his chest. And it's interesting that years later, he goes to a doctor, some things going on. And the doctor goes, well, what you have has no effect from that. That's impossible. I mean, you get a hole burned through your chest, yeah. So it's funny how the medical doctors or any kind of professional could say it has no effect. Everything has a cause and effect, everything. So recently he went to a doctor too, and they were talking about what's going on, and the doctor is, you know, he's talking to the doctor about what happened to him and all these things, and he starts mentioning how his father, you know, died of pancreatic cancer. And instead of the doctor saying, well, you know, sorry about that, you know, let's try to get you healthy, the doctor proceeds to say right to his face is, well, that now increases your death about another 80%. And I'm like, he spoke like that? And I'm like, people have to have a heart. And he did exactly what I did. He walked out on him. And I don't blame him. I would not have someone treat me if they're talking like that. And he was really angry because, in other words, where's the hope? Where's the hope? So I'm sorry, if you have bad genetics, it doesn't mean you have to follow your parents. My genetics are awful, awful. So I'm 52. I'll be 53 in July. So I should have had a heart attack by now. The way I'm supposed to be going is have a stroke soon. Oh, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen. You know, am I on 3 or 4 medicines like my father my age? No. Will I ever? No. My choice, my behavior. And that's how I do it. So you don't have to follow other people's footprints at all. And if you're in a health professional's office and you don't feel connected or they're talking down to you, you don't have to take it. I've had people say, well, I don't want to get my doctor mad. Really? How about if your doctor gets you mad? There's always other people. Now, it doesn't mean you have to have, business relationships or be buddies with all your doctor friends, which I have a lot. I'm blessed that way. But there's got to be respect both ways. No one's better than anyone else in this world. So if I go to any professional and they're rude to me, it's over. I mean, over. I'm not going to take that. I'm just not. So you need to be empowered, okay, when you go somewhere that they're going to treat you the right way. They're not going to put you down. And if they think a certain way, it's not going to help you. You don't need to hear it always. I mean, the truth is important, I agree, but it's not what you say, as my dad used to say, but how you say it. Because things can always be better. Always be better. So think about that. I really want you to really think about that. So we spoke on a number of topics today, with the exercise, with friendship, and these things are all dear to my heart. They really, really are. And we're going to have some guests coming on next few weeks as well, talk about other subjects. And when you watch this program, I really hope that you learn something. And also I do have news too, as I found out one of our guests, my great friend Sasha Johnston, is going to have her own show here, which is going to be fantastic. Real Talk with Sasha, and it's going to be amazing. I mean, I'm so proud of her, and she deserves it. So that'll be coming up in the next few weeks, Real Talk with Sasha. So she's big in the community here in Albuquerque. She does so much for so many people. In fact, she was the one who gave me the name of this show, Underground Health Club. So I thank her. Please tune into her show. You'll get more information on it, and it's going to be a big, big hit, I'm sure. So, folks, on that note, it's almost time to say goodbye. So I do want to thank our sponsors. I've been clearing my throat more than ever, but I'm out of it a little bit today. But the show must go on. So I do want to thank Muscle Goat Protein, definitely the best protein on the planet. Vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry flavors that your kids, athletes, adults can all take. And by the way, remember this about goat. It has much less fat molecules than cow. So if you have inflammation in your body, you have weight issues, cow, not the answer. Goat, yes. So that's musclegoat.com. And then also we want to thank Power Pack 3, the probiotic digestive enzyme multivitamin packets that help with gut health, help your digestive process. You can stick the packets in your pocket. No chemicals, no fillers, no mass production. The best vitamin packet on the planet, Power Pack 3. And finally, last but never, ever not least, my Mom's Butter, momsbutter.com. That's right, momsbutter.com, which as of last night is officially sold out. A new order's coming in, so we have nothing left, zero. It's sold out completely. And the feedback has been amazing. We're also coming out with another size jar. We have 10 ounces, you see. We're coming out with the 24 ounce, which is a better value for you and your family. So momsbutter.com, one ingredient goat ghee, delicious for cooking, and your family will love it. So folks, on that note, I want to thank you for helping get me through today's program. Again, I'm a little bit out of it. This car accident is definitely playing a role now, even five weeks later. And I notice actually I'm slurring my words, which I didn't realize I'm doing, but I am, and I think it's because I'm tired, and but I will get better and stronger, and I thank you for all your support. Please remember, your health is your wealth. Never, ever forget it. We'll see you next week. Bye now.